Hello, this is Raju, proud member and former captain of Kings Road Cricketing Social Club. This weekend on the 1st and 2nd of August 2015, the Road will be facing Battersea Badgers in a 2-day, 2-innings Super Test match. In the build-up to the match, I'll be sharing my thoughts in a set of videos about Super Tests gone by. So this one is my top 6 Super Test superheroes. This is my own list, not been influenced or approved by anyone else, and on that note, this only include performances of individuals in matches that I've attended or been part of. And secondly, they will not feature any Battersea Badgers because as a Kings Road player, they're the enemy, the rivals, so forth. And whilst some of the players can put in some good performances, they will not be considered superheroic in my eyes. So number 6 is actually not a Kings Roader. It's Jonty from the London Itinerants. In the 2014 Super Test against the Itinerants, he kept wicket for 83 overs on day 1 and then went in to open the bat on day 2. And so there's 3 reasons why he's a superhero. Keeping for extended periods of time, 83 overs, is hard work. It's bloody hard work. I have a lot of respect for keepers. Secondly, having kept for 83 overs, he went to open the bat. In real Test matches, that doesn't happen. Keepers are lower down the order; they don't open. And thirdly, he's actually older than most of the Kings Road players and most of the Itinerants players. So, for those reasons, Jonty of the London Itinerants is my number 6 Super Test superhero. Number 5 is Risby. Now, I'll hear cries of nepotism everywhere, but Kings Road haven't had that many great bowling performances in Super Test. We've not often dismissed all 10 batsmen in an innings. So Risby was the first Kings Roader to take a 5-for in a Super Test. Again, last year in the 2014 London Itinerants game. And what additional sort of quality was that we had an unfamiliar bowling lineup that game. And he stood up and took charge and led the way with his 5-for. So, for those reasons, Risby is my number 5 Super Test superhero. Number 4 on my list is Daniel Sherman for his ruggedness, his focused mentality, and being part of that epic batting partnership. When I refer to that epic batting partnership, it can be only one reference. There's only one thing that could be. In the 2013 Super Test against the Battersea Badgers, Daniel and Lomas put on 268 when we were in dire straits, and not only took us to parity, but even gave us put us in the sort of the driving seat marginally in that game. So the reason I've nominated him at number 4 is because he put on a personal best of 87. He was so bloody focused. All he wanted to do was ball back. That's all in the breaks of play, all he wanted was throw down, to keep his eye on the ball as it's coming. So, and whilst he may have been he may have not scored as many as Lomas did in that innings, but he was, there was definitely a leadership sort of characteristics or oozing off him for his ruggedness, his single-mindedness on that task at hand of staying in and scoring. So number 4 is Daniel Sherman for his part in that epic batting partnership and his ruggedness and his one-track mind on batting. Number 3 on my list, going back to 2009 Super Test, the very first one, Leon for his 2 half-centuries in that game. Now, he came into bat in very difficult circumstances, and we'd lost, batting at number 3 in both innings, and we losing our batsman, our first batsman, quite early in both those innings. He came in and he just played out of his skin. It's an attacking game, the counter-attacking play, scoring over a run of ball, 65 off 44 in the first innings and 70 odd in the second innings. He was driving like there's no tomorrow. There were some great cuts, and also some lovely leg glances in that mix. So yeah, 2009 was a great season for Leon, but in particular that Super Test was Leon's Super Test. So number three on my list of superheroes is Leon for that his 2 half centuries in the 2009 Super Test. So number 2 on my list, the number 2 Super Test superhero is Adam Majid for his very defensive sort of batten down the hatches, the trenches mentality, attritional, all those kind of words, described his gameplay as we were following on in the 2010 Super Test. Adam, what makes it very significant is that Adam is not that kind of player. He was playing a different game. He's a very attacking. He's looking for quick runs and so forth at the end, playing at the lower end of the batting order. So having to do this, he had to play a different game. He had to play a game that was completely alien to him, and he was a hero because we were probably going to lose that game with many hours to spare, but he stuck in there, batted for I don't know how many overs, facing over 100 balls, not scoring many runs because that wasn't the objective of the game at that time. He was there to just play out as many overs as he could, try to get to the very end. Fortunately, he didn't make it to the very end, but his efforts, were just amazing. He was a hero in my eyes, and once he lost his wicket, he felt so upset that he let the team down. Nobody felt that way. So Adam is my number 2 Super Test superhero. So who's number 1? Well, I know I've said I'm not going to include any performances that I haven't seen, but the one performance of his I didn't see, he actually missed out on a century. Trying to score a 6, but then being caught. But the 2 performances of his I've seen produced a 90 and the first Super Test century, and to this day the only Super Test century, a Super Century even, and that is Lomas, our Trinidadian doctor, PhD student. He is, he's so calm and relaxed, but he's always a good, almost always a great player for us. But to do that in the biggest stage of them all, in the Super Test, and to do it twice, 2 times in front of me, and then 1 time in the game I wasn't in attendance for, was amazing. And obviously his century came in that epic batting partnership with Daniel Sherman, where they put on 268. It just again, high pressure situation, and he pulled through and did something purely amazing. So my number 1 Super Test superhero is Lomas Persad. Thank you.